Bumper clap for Cliff. Bumper clap for
Welcome to graduation!
Got a valedictorian with badge.
We're vlogging.
What do you
We
feel?
gotta do sideways.
Feeling hyped. I gotta say a speech. I'm not ready for that. What?
I mess it up.
You're hyped. It's graduation. Good morning and welcome to graduation. Kanye reference question mark. I'm
Hey!
seeing my tassel, but yeah, it'll be good. It'll be great.
You gotta say, wait, you gotta turn it this way, bro. It's a vlog.
Good morning, everyone. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce this year's valedictorian, Kazi Zaid. I first met Kazi on his very first day at Eastdale when he joined my grade 11 leadership class. What immediately stood out to me was not only his kindness and his positive energy, but also his willingness to learn, contribute, and to lift up those around him. I remember one early conversation in particular. Kazi told me that he hoped to be placed in an MLL classroom supporting newcomers to Canada, because his family had immigrated when he was quite young, and he wanted to help students who were navigating a similar journey. That desire to give back, to make others feel welcome and supported, speaks volumes about who he is. He simply wanted to make a difference. And that is exactly what he has done in his time here at Eastdale. In just 2 short years, Kazi quickly became one of Eastdale's most influential student leaders. He immersed himself in every facet of school, including Diversity Club, Student Council, Model UN, Muslim Student Association, DECA, Black People Speak, rugby, track and field, badminton, and countless leadership initiatives and cultural events. Kazi embodies what it truly means to be an Eastdale Eagle. He engaged fully in school life. He enriched our community through his service and leadership, and he empowered others through his kindness, his encouragement, and his example. His achievements have been recognized through many prestigious awards and honors, including the University of Toronto National Book Award, as well as the Colin Hood OFSA School Sport Award. These accomplishments have earned him recognition, but it is his compassion, his humility, and his commitment to others that have earned him something even more meaningful: the deep respect and admiration of this entire community. It is my honor to introduce a young man who truly represents the very best of Eastdale. Please join me in welcoming your class of 2026 valedictorian, Kazi Zaid.
Kind words. I apologize to everybody if I seem a little bit nervous. I was speaking to our principal, Mr. B, this morning, and he said if I didn't deliver a good speech, I will not be getting my diploma, so wish me luck, everyone. Esteemed faculty, distinguished guests, beloved family and friends, and above all, the graduating class of 2026, good morning and welcome to graduation. Thank you everybody for being here today, and thank you to the 3 cans of Celsius it took me to finish this speech last night. We made it, everyone. To paraphrase philosopher and street poet Drake, as a group, we did indeed start from the bottom, and now it looks like the whole team's here. Now graduates, I don't know if you all know me. I'm Kazi, and I have the honor of being your valedictorian today. But before I speak to the graduates, I would like to thank all the caring and supportive people who have been with us from 2008. Whether it was your guardian, parent, sibling, grandparents, aunts, uncles, or mentors, they are the reason we can be here today. For me, it was my family. To my parents, Ma and Papa, everything I've done for you. Through the tough times the disagreements, I hope you've always known everything I did was to make you happy. And to Zahi, my big brother, thank you for being my lifelong friend. I could not have asked for anyone as annoying or as loving as you to grow up with. I owe this cap and gown and everything I have to you guys. I stand here hoping I can make you proud, because without you guys, I would not be here. To every person sitting with us in the audience today, I hope you know how much you mean to us. You celebrated our triumphs, but more importantly, you had the strength and toughness to pull us back when we lost our way, never letting us forget our own potential, and kept our hearts going strong. We, the class of 2026, worked hard every day, not only for ourselves, but for the wonderful people in our lives. We will always keep you in our hearts. Graduates, I ask that we have another round of applause for them. I would also like to thank our teachers. Thank you for your patience, your commitment, and your knowledge. Thank you for the hours you spent running clubs or coaching teams before school, after school, or at lunch. And thank you for answering the same questions over and over again. You didn't just teach us math, science, and English. You taught us the invaluable life skill of looking exactly busy when someone exactly wants money. But in all seriousness, none of us would be standing here today without your constant help and support. I hope every one of you has had the opportunity to connect with a teacher who will always hold a special place in your heart and change high school for the better, just like I was lucky enough to find. Now, to the class of 2026, I want to say thank you for two things. First, thank you for the incredible honor of letting me represent our class today. And second, thank you for getting me here. As you might know, I transferred to Eastdale in grade 11. Dropping into a new school is usually terrifying, but you guys made me feel welcome and put my heart at ease. As cliche as it sounds, if you told grade 9B that I'd be standing on this stage giving the valedictorian speech, I honestly would not have believed. I wasn't always a good student or into clubs or sports. But this school, and more importantly, every one of you guys changed that. I'm not standing up here because of anything I did on my own. I'm here because of how all of you took me in. Because of you, I was able to dive straight into sports, find a place in our clubs, make a real impact, and build friendships that I will always hold in my heart. And it's through those friendships and connections that I got a front row seat to what truly makes our graduating class so special. But let's be honest, our high school experience was not always sunshine and rainbows. High school wasn't an easy ride. I know for a fact that every single person in this room has faced their own battles over the last few years. We've all experienced the ultimate highs, like acing a test that you started studying for at 2 a.m. the night before, or falling in love and completely forgetting about everything. We've also survived the lows, like completely bombing a test because you started studying for it at 2 a.m. the night before, or falling out of love and realizing that it's honestly better if you just focus on school. But look around. We persevered, we stuck it out, and we made it. And we didn't just survive high school. We made the most of it. I can personally attest to the fact that our athletes played through exhaustion and sweat every single day, and our artists poured their souls onto their canvases. From the precision in our shops, to the heat of the kitchen, to our dancers, actors, and musicians commanding the stage, the talent in this room is undeniable. But our legacy is not defined by what we did on the field, on the stage, or in the shops. It's defined by how we looked out for one another. Our councils and clubs gave us a voice and a place to belong. Ms. Coronado and the Diversity Club allowed many of us to represent our roots, celebrating the mixtures of cultures around us, while teaching us how to step up and lead. Mr. Duke and Ms. Shamika with Black People Speak gave us a space where we didn't just get by, but we could truly be ourselves and thrive. Ms. Craig and Mr. Jeffs with the Student Council gave us so many opportunities to become a stronger community while having fun and helping us dive headfirst into our passions. Ms. Bennett introduced us to politics and debate through Model UN, pushing us to find our voices. And to coaches like Wiles, Scotty, and Reed, thank you for pushing us on the pitch and introducing us to sports we completely fell in love with. These groups and so many others didn't just sit back. They organized events, started conversations that actually mattered, and built spaces where we could celebrate who we are out loud. Joining them completely changed my high school experience. I didn't just feel like another student. I felt like I could have a voice and I could make an impact. I hope that whatever faith group, club, council, or team you found yourself in, you had the same connection. And as I was writing this speech, a few specific moments came to mind that I know I will keep with me for a while. Like our rugby team winning our quarterfinals against Dunbarton. That win is something that I will never be able to describe. Or when we had to set up for Street Fest and we couldn't get any tables. Or chairing my first ever Model UN Council. Or staying after school and doing karaoke in the auditorium with media services. Or smoking everybody, and I mean everybody in DPS, at ping pong in the hub. These are just my specific moments. And I know that every person sitting here has their own specific memory that defines their moments at Instill. Maybe for you, it was the energy of cheering with a crowd during a home game, the chaos of the kitchen, the loud, hands-on grind of our shops, or the peace you found in our room when there was too much noise. Maybe it was a completely random laughing conversation that turned a stranger into a best friend. Whether your moments happen in sports, clubs, or councils, or they happen at 1 in the morning desperately trying to figure out how to make a trig identity work on FaceTime with your friends. Those are the memories of high school that truly stick. As we leave this place behind and start figuring out our futures, I would like to share a quote that has made a deep impact on me. As Norman Vincent Peale wrote, "Shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll land among the stars." I honestly forget when I first heard that quote, but it's something that I've built my entire life around. From the way I play sports, to my attitude towards studying, to my clubs, and pretty much everything I do. Think about it. Since we were kids, we were told we could be absolutely anything. An athlete, the prime minister, or we could cure cancer. But then, at a certain point, the world starts telling us to dream a little smaller. Get a practical job. Let someone else decide where your potential ends before you even get a chance to test it. We're taught to spend more time worrying about making a mistake rather than figuring out what we can truly achieve. We're told we need to play it safe. There's a limit to our greatness. And it is that fear of being great that holds us back. We've become too afraid to shoot too far. We're told to keep our big dreams trapped inside of the boundaries of what's realistic. But really, what's the harm? What's the issue of shooting outside of these boundaries? What happens if we fail? To me, it is so much better to fail at something massive and true to our hearts than to succeed at someone else's dream. That's what I hope all of us carry out of this room today. Pushing yourself and trying your absolute hardest for something that feels out of reach right now will always be worth it. You don't even know what you're truly capable of, so how would anybody else know? I am asking you to believe in yourself. But if you can, then believe in the friends and family who believe in you. And if you do fail, let's say, you still landed among the stars, and you shot way further than anybody would have believed. Anyways, don't be a stranger, because sooner than we think, we won't remember every assignment or stressful work. Instead, we'll face the heavy realization of just how fast we grew up. And the unsettling truth that as we move on, we are going to grow apart. The truth is, we're not those kids anymore, the ones that came in grade 9 and had so much time ahead of us. And we'll never be those kids again. Life is going to move fast, so stay connected, reach out, and show up for whatever. I want to leave you with one final message that was passed to me when I needed it most. As Kyojiro Rengoku said, if you ever feel disheartened, that you are somehow not enough, set your heart ablaze. Dry your eyes, look ahead, the flow of time waits for no one. So everybody, chase what matters to you, love harder, take a leap, follow your dreams, and set your heart ablaze. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Thank you, Kazi.